Hi and welcome to my garden journey. I'm John and I've finally got my greenhouse back. Quick update. I'm going to show you how things are progressing with some of the seeds I sowed earlier on in the year and just give you a tour of the garden. Things are getting bigger and growing stronger, so I thought it would be just a really good check-in just to see how things are going. So if this is the type of content you like, please give me a like and subscribe and leave me a comment below. One of the experiments this year is trying to grow some potatoes in grow bags, and they seem to be doing pretty well at the moment. So looking healthy, no blight, no issues there at all. So I'm looking forward to being able to open these up and see how things are going with the potatoes inside. I've also been growing potatoes here in the veg patch, and they're not doing too bad themselves either, to be honest. And this is the early crop that I've got here. They've already flowered, and I'll be checking to see how they're getting on below the soil. But here is the main crop, so I'm actually starting to get flowers on this main crop. And they were actually put in after the crop in the grow bags, so I'm not sure why these are starting to flower now and the others are not, so we'll just have to see how things go. The peas here are doing really well, and as you can see, the back row there is the ones that I started off inside, and they're definitely taller than any of the others at the moment, but not by much. So the front two rows here are ones which I sowed straight into the ground, and they're doing pretty well too. Got some late germinating ones coming through, but in general I should be expecting a pretty good crop this year. The spinach is coming on nicely as well, so hopefully once the kitchen's finished in the extension I should be making something with the spinach. So the radishes have done absolutely brilliantly this year, and probably a little bit too well. As you can see, some are starting to go to seed. I've definitely not been able to make use of these as much as I would like to, mainly just because of the kitchen situation inside the house. So most of these are probably going to have to be composted because they'll just be far too woody to be enjoyable to eat. But yeah, I shall sow some more and hopefully do really well. So the courgettes are doing absolutely brilliantly this year. As you can see, the flowers are starting to come through, so I should be starting to get some crops from them quite soon. For those who have grown these before will know that they are absolutely prolific, and I'll be inundated with courgettes, so hopefully my neighbours will like them, and yeah, looking forward to getting the first crop from them. This again was another experiment for this year. It's where I'm growing some carrots, but I hadn't realised that the tomatoes from last year had seeded into them. So I've got some tomato plants growing up, which I'm going to move out of here to give some space to the carrots. door to them, I'm going to be sowing some autumn carrots later on, so hopefully I'll do that in another couple of episodes. The final crop to talk about are my onions and garlic. So I have white onions, red onions and some garlic here as well, and they're doing really well. These were all sown back in October last year, and they're now starting to yellow, and I'll be harvesting them extremely soon. So it's been a bit challenging this year as a number of them have gone to seed, so I'm not expecting them to be the best onions yet, so we'll see how they go. The final experiment for this year is seeing whether or not runner beans do better sown in compost or into the actual plot itself. Now, it looks like there's 5 seeds which didn't germinate on the outside group, but the others seem to be doing pretty well. They look strong, they look healthy, so I don't see there being a problem with those. I do see some pest damage on them, but again, I don't see that being anything that's going to cause a problem there. So to be honest, I don't see sowing into the ground as being a big issue here. So let's just have a quick look at the ones that I sowed straight into the compost. So for the ones that I sowed in the greenhouse, they're looking pretty good. There's 2 of the seeds didn't germinate and they are looking strong. A little bit of pest damage, but not a huge amount. And I'm going to be honest, there isn't a huge difference between the ones that I've sown in compost and the ones that I've put out into the actual plot. So next update will be whether or not they actually have better crops, so we'll see. So there you go, that's the end of the tour, and things are not looking too bad at the moment. I'm pretty pleased with how things are going, despite the fact that I started this year with a lot of seed. I've ordered some more and it's arrived, so I've got some from a proper seed company and I should be sowing that in the next episode. I've also got a whole load of seed from Amazon which I haven't tried to sow yet. The ones I have hasn't germinated at all, so I'm not holding out a huge amount of hope for those, but I'll probably do an episode on that as well. So if you like this and looking forward to future episodes, please like and subscribe, leave some comments down below, and I'll see you next time.